Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today we're going to do the Cotton Cuts. This is still 2018. Let me take it out of the package here. And let me show you. It's the Puzzle Mystery 2018 called This Way and That. Let me show you the, put this up here so. That one there. And I'm going to lay my colors out here. We get the block of the month is an hourglass. So here's what that looks like. And that would look right there. That would be a really nice table runner, although I don't care for those colors, but you know, you can make it in any color you want, and they've got the back so that you can color it. Here's the layout. Here, this is my color waves right here. This is how you identify what to lay down. So they want you to put colors 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 down. So I put them in order just like they said. They want color 4, 5, 6, and this is color 3 right down here. Alright, so we're going to put the squares now is what we're going to start with. So we're going to do 4 and 6, these two. We're going to put them together, and 6 and 5, and we're going to make 2 each. Okay, so I put 1 pin in each one, and hopefully you can see it. And I want to tell you, the cut on my thumb, I don't believe it's gotten any better. So here is the cut on my thumb. And that is the chapstick that I'm putting on the cut on my thumb. And y'all might think that's about as crazy as you can get to put chapstick on that cut, but I'm going to tell you, it has really stopped the throbbing. I just got to be careful when I do this sewing so it doesn't get on it. Between my thumb and my lips. And then I'm using this orange, which is that EOS. I don't know if y'all get any of that stuff. I got, my granddaughter got me 3 of these things for Christmas. But that is tangerine flavored. So every time I kind of touch my lips together, it makes me think of having a tangerine. Alright, so let me get started here on my square. Okay, and I'm using the same needle I always do, a 12. It doesn't have any issues on it. Same thread, same stitch length. Okay, let's see here. And I'll go ahead and I'll chain stitch these. And this fabric is, it already, I mean, I don't think it is starched, but it feels like it's starched. I mean, you can still feel that it's soft, but it feels like it's been starched also. So I'm not sure if, you know, they do some kind of prep work before they cut it. I wouldn't want to be the person down there cutting all this fabric out, though. That just kills my back. Now, I did get an email letting me know that my new one was going to be arriving for 2019. And remember, I did mention my daughter got it, my granddaughter got it, and I got it. So we're all 3 going to do it together. We've all, I think my, I don't recall which one my daughter bought, which color wave, but I know that my granddaughter and mine are different. Okay, let's cut these apart. Now remember, we're going to soften our seam, relax it over at the ironing board. To relax your seam, you put your iron on it. You don't have to move your iron around if you don't want. It's going to make it easier when you fold your fabric back and iron it to make your seam nice and smooth. I think I want it to go, wait a minute, I was right the first time. I don't want to go to the light side. And all I do is hold it like this. Let me make sure I'm in the camera. These are all the same. Go like this. I lay it forward. And when your iron comes up against it, this part's laying down, and it'll automatically fold it over like that, and it'll keep it going up towards the white fabric. It won't turn it under. And see how it went towards the white? And that's all you want to do on every one of them. Now you're going to put 6 and 5, 4 and 6, so that 6 are opposite, and you're going to pin both sets. I've got this one here pinned already, and you're going to pin the other one. And remember, you're nestling your seam, so do that first. Nestle it in there really good. This is going to be slow going for me today, but because I can't really use my thumb. There we go. And then go to each end. Let me back you up a little bit here. And then go to each end and pin it. And I'm only going to put 3 pins in this. And then I'm going to sew it. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to repeat what we just did. We're going to relax our seams, and then we're going to open them up like that when you're finished. And now we're going to be putting on number 3, which is this piece here, and it's going next to 6 and 5. So it's going on this side, and that's both of them, like this, and we're going to sew them on together. All right, so let's get that pinned. Now remember, when I pin this, I fold it here in the middle, put a little crease, because I'm trying to find the middle part so that I can match the middle with this seam here. That's what I do. I had to take my pins off. Somebody was knocking on the door, and I thought it was my door, but it was a neighbor's door. And then you'll go to each end and pin it, all right? Let's do that first. Now, if that doesn't work for you by doing it in the middle, then what I suggest is you go to each corner and pin it. And then take it and pull it a little bit so that you've got it taut, and then put it in the middle like that. All right, now sew these together. Let's unpin it. Go ahead and cut it apart. And then iron it. Look like that when they're finished. Now we're going to move on to the next part. We're going to take fabric 1 and 4 and 1 and 6, 1 being this light pink, this is 4, and we're going to make 2 units each because we only have 2 of these colors and 2 of these colors. So let me get them pinned together to show you what I'm talking about. The light pink is number 1, so this is how you figure it out. Have 1 coming down, have number 4 going to the right, and then you're going to combine them together. Now, when you go to the next color over here, you're going to have 1 pointing up and number 6 going to the right. So the point is facing the right. That's how you're going to tell the difference, because they're going to go together like that. Okay, so don't get yourself confused. Just pay attention. You want this one to go down. This one's going up. This one's going to the right. This one's going to the left. And that's how you're going to sew them, just like that. So let's get them pinned. Now remember, when you pin it, you're not pulling. This is the bias. Remember, this is the part that stretches. You don't want it to stretch. So if you need to go over there and you need to starch that so that it becomes stiff before you pin it, then now would be the time to do that. All right, whatever little thing that you've come up with to keep it from stretching on you, that's what you want to do before you pin it. And they've already got the ends cut off down here. So you're matching corner to corner. There's no little tails. All right, so let's get this sewn now. Cut these apart just like before, and we're going to take them over to the ironing board and iron them. You're going to lay them out like this, and then we're going to pin them. See, they're not together yet. We're going to pin them, put the seams together, they're nestling, and then we're going to pin it like that. Let's go ahead and chain stitch these now. And remember, we're on the bias here, so be careful so this doesn't pull and stretch. This entire side is on the bias. Let the machine work for you by pulling it through. Take your time. Cut them apart, take them over there to the ironing board, relax your seam, and open them up. Alrighty, there they are sewn together, and now we're going to repeat the same thing with the last 8 pieces of fabric. And I will go ahead and lay them out here so you can see them before we sew. This is 1, this is 5, that's 1, this is 3. You have 2 of these and 2 of these. Remember, the pink is going down, the green is going to the right, the points are going to the right. This is the opposite. Pink is going up, and the other 2 are going to the left. Don't get confused. Lay it all out before you pin it. Now there's the blocks we just sewed together. And you should have all of these blocks done now. And they want us to leave the 2 right ones alone. And they want us to sew these 2 together. So that 6 and 5 are coming together. That's what we're going to do. Now here's what I did when I pinned these. The seams are on the corner. I went ahead and I opened up the seam here. And I laid it down. Let me show you. So I laid it down. Let's see if I can get you in the light there. And I looked at it and I lined it up. And as soon as I lined it up, I took my pin, shove it in either side, right or left, and come out the other side. See? I did the same thing over here. Right there. It's in that seam. And that's what I did on both of them. And then I just put one in the middle. And now I'm going to go ahead and sew it together. So keep in mind that your pin is going to be in the way there. So what I've done is I've come down here and started. I'm not starting at the edge. I'm starting over here. Just come down away from your pin. And we'll go back and get that side here in a minute. I don't want your machine getting stuck with your pin up there. Come all the way down here to the end. And then I'm going to have to take my pin out because it's interrupting my sewing now. So pull it out, hold on to it the best you can, and sew right off the edge. And what I'm going to do is I'm flipping it upside down. Notice the pin is downward here. I'm going to put it over a piece that's already been stitched. And I'm going to come all the way to the edge. And as soon as my pin is in the way, well, in this case, my pin won't be in the way until right there. And then I can take my pin out. Same thing here. I'll probably have to cut this though. And I'm going to start off the edge here. Come on down to this pin in the middle. Take that pin out. I hate that my hand is in the way. Let's see if I can do this way a little bit. And then flip it upside down. I mean, if you're one of those people that you don't care about going over a pin, you could leave your pin there, but I just don't trust it with mine. I leave my needle down so my fabric doesn't move. I'll take a look at it to see what's happened here. It looks fine. Let's look at the other one. And that looks fine too. And if you want, because you went upside down on this other piece, you can always take it and start at the beginning now. Now, keep in mind, you don't want your fabric to go under your needle plate, depending on which needle plate you got. So come right to the edge. Your needle actually grabs your fabric. Start on the fabric, so it doesn't go underneath there. And then just repeat the whole process. Nothing says you can't do that. That's what I'm doing right here. It'll just reinforce your seam. And there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Now, iron them and open them up. You should now have 4 blocks. We're calling these top 2 K1, K2. And these are J1, J2. And this is the clue number 7. I think there's 10 total. So we have 3 more months. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this up on the design wall and take a picture of it. Here it is on the design wall. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click the little bell so you can get my notifications. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.